Trust we are all doing good. Today we'll be talking on how to write a scientific essay. Perhaps it's not mandatory for some schools, but some school right now they are doing scientific essay, and some that are students of research they have to equip themselves on how to write a scientific essay. Also, scientific essay helps a lot. Maybe when you are done with your degree level, it will help you in your masters because you need to do a lot of research proposal, which is gonna boost your knowledge. So today I'm going to talk on how to write a scientific essay, mainly for an undergraduate. So how can you write a scientific essay? First, we need to know what they mean by scientific essay. We all know scientific essay is an scientific essay is just an articles or a journals or an essay written in order to write about a particular problem. Like let me put my own as an example. I'm working on on pimples. So, and my project topic is what is like isolation and identification of Propionibacterium acne that causes pimples and their susceptibility to an antibiotic treatment. So when you want to do it, like maybe perhaps you want to choose your project topic as also your seminar topic. So you are just gonna make a little distinctive. Like now, I said for my project, I'm doing isolation and identification of Propionibacterium acne that causes pimples and their susceptibilities and resistance to antibiotic treatments. So my seminar topic in which my scientific essay is going to be resistance of an Propionibacterium acne to an antibiotic treatment. Can you see how I change the topic? Now I'm just making a recap on how you can change your project topic into a seminar topic. Like your project topic, how you can change it into a what? A seminar topic as a scientific essay. From isolation and identification of Propionibacterium acne that causes pimples and their susceptibility to antibiotic treatment, then I change it to what? Resistance of Propionibacterium acne that causes pimples and their resistance and their susceptibility to antibiotic treatment. Or I can just say resistance of what? Of Propionibacterium acne to an antibiotic treatment. You see, very simple. So it means that I use the same topic as my project topic, but I change the grammatical ways in which it's been expressed. The reason why is that a scientific essay addresses a problem in a very short way, not that too long, in a very short way that allows the reader to know more about a certain problem. Like it just tell you more about a problem, but it's not going to tell you mainly the methodology. That's different between scientific project and scientific essay. Scientific essay will tell you about a problem, the latest research in a problem, what's going on in about the certain topic that you want to address. But it's not going to merely tell you about the methodology, like how the problem is being carried out. This thing. No, it's just going to make a citations about the previous past journals. That's scientific essay. But scientific project, you are just going to tell us the methodology. You carry out the research by yourself. You carry out the result and etc. like that. So that's the difference between them. So for us to do our scientific essay, we have to firstly know what scientific essay is, in which I've discussed that what scientific essay is. Scientific essay is just an articles or a journal that is written in order to address a scientific problem, just as address a problem. And after that, I've spoken on how we can change. If you don't understand anything, you can comment. I can see your live comment. You can comment so that I can address it before we move on. So after that, we are going to talk. I've spoken on how you can change your project topic into a what? In scientific essay topic. So after that, we move into what is and how to write a scientific essay. For you to write a scientific essay, we have to know that a scientific essay is mainly made up of 3 to 4 bodies, in which first is going to be our title page. Then our title page is what we have all known. Title page is just a format that is going to be review on so your topic. I'll be using myself as an example. It's going to be review on resistance of Propionibacterium acne to an antibiotic treatment. You see, that's my topic. Review on, you're gonna start with review on so topic. Then after you have written that, by maybe me, my name, I'm going to write my name together with my ID number. But my name, my first name has to be in, the first letter of my name will be capital letter, which is my first name. Then my middle name, also the first letter is going to be capital letter. But my surname, all will be written in what? In capital letters. I hope I will also get a format for that, and I will send it to the group. If you need it, you can also comment. Or if you don't understand anything I'm saying, you can also comment so that I will address it right away. So first, you're just going to be your title page, your first page that's going to come in your scientific essay is just going to be your your title page. And the title page composed of review on so your project topic. Then after your project topic, you're going to write by your names, your ID number. Then after your name, your ID number, at the last page, you are going to write the month and the year. I hope you are all understanding. Okay, thank you, Barika. I saw your comment. Thank you. If you don't understand anything, you can comment there. So that's how to write our title page. Hope we do understand. That's how to write our title page. And note one thing, I've seen a lot of scientific essays sent to me. People write, this seminar is wayo for. No, you don't need that. You are not doing a project. You are not going to tell me like the seminar is for the Department of Microbiology or Department of Social University. No, you don't need that. You are just going to write review on your project topic by your name, your ID number. Then one thing I nearly forgot, you are going to write the topic like MCB the course title and the course code. After the course title, the course code, the last thing on the first page is just going to be your month and year, which is going to be like, if it is this month, you're just going to write September 2024. Hope you do understand how to write the title page. That's the title page. That's all for the title page. Review on your topic. After your topic, by your name, your ID number, the course code and the course title, and then lastly, month and the year. That's all. Then you have to follow the guidelines in which is being given by the university, by the department, in which you have to write it on the size of 12. So we have to make sure of that also. So after our title page, we move into the main work. And one thing, table of content is not needed. Hope you do understand. Table of content is not needed in the scientific essay. Scientific essay is not a major elaboration about something. We are just writing about a certain problem. You don't need a table of content. I've seen a lot of people that also send to me, they write a table of content. You don't need to write table of content at all. Hope you do understand. No table of content. After your title page, you move directly into the problem, in which you start your introduction. Then after you begun your introduction, there is no any title page, there is no certification. Hope you do understand. There is no certification, there is no dedication, there is no acknowledgement. You don't need to write all that for a scientific essay. Unless if you are asked to write a research proposal. But I think we are all implore to write a scientific essay. So you don't need certification, dedication, acknowledgement. All those things is not needed. And even though for our own, since we are writing for an undergraduate level, we don't need an abstract. We are not going to write an abstract for our scientific essay. Once we just write our title page, we move into our introductions. Hope you do understand. Then for our introduction is just going to base on how, like, you are just going to tell us the background of what the course is all about. For us to get a easy assimilation. For now, I'm talking on people's rights. Then I talk on background of the study. Background of the study is like, I'm just going to say, okay, people's is wayo. It's caused by this Propionibacterium acne, now known as Cutibacterium acne. It has a lot of effect both in various ages. Like, that's the background of study. I'm just going to tell you like what my research problem is all about. That's my background of study. Then general overview is like what, like in very summary. Introduction is just a summary of what I really want to talk about. Introduction allows the reader to know what the scientific essay is all about, which is also an articles or a journals. So it's just a small recap. a brief recap about it. So it's just gonna tell me my background of study. I think we all know what my background of study, me like little of what the problem is, how I'm going to go about it, and etc. like that. Then the general overview is just a few recaps of it. And first thing, we have to name it in the blocks. What I mean by blocks is like when I start with my introduction has to be written in what? In the blocks of what? 1.0 as my headline. Do we all understand? 1.0. That will be our first blocks. 1.0 introduction. Then after the introduction, at the at the headline, we are just going to write an introduction. Then under it, we are going to write a background of study as block 1.1. Then we are going to write our background of study. Then the background of study is what we are going to write everything like little summary of what the project is, this essay is all about. Then after that, we move to our general overview of the problem, like in a summary of what we need to do and what the essay is all about. It's going to be 1.2. The headline, I think I've spoken about that in my live video when I was talking about the scientific projects. The first blocks is going to be 1.0 introduction. Then any blocks, any little subheadings that comes under the introduction will be named as what? 1.1. If there's still another subheadings under the introduction, it's going to be 1.2. If there's another subheadings, it's going to be 1.3, etc. like that. Then that's all about our introduction. But before I move on, I have to talk on how can you get all this information. Note, every introductions, everything you are writing, there must be a citation. Hope you do understand. I think we all know what I mean by citation. Citation is just a reference, like a way to tell you that what I write here is not that I say it. That's what I'm telling you. Like, scientific essay is very, very simple. Like, very, very simple. Everything that has to be written in your scientific essay is not that you do it by yourself. That's why citation is required. I think we all know why citation is required right now. That's why I said any work you are doing, you have to put a citation. The reason why is that everything you are saying is not that you are the one that said it. It's the work of another people. So the citation shows that you get this journal or you are saying something about this from this particular thing. And that is very important because we don't make a citation from a newsletters like Wikipedia. No, you shouldn't make a scientific citation from Wikipedia. The reason is that I myself, I can register under Wikipedia and I publish something that is not scientifically approved. That's why it's better to get your journals, your articles that you're going to use in a very, very good space, like in a very, very good source. That's why we don't use news, journal that you get from Wikipedia, etc. like that. So now I'll be mentioning where you can get your journals and articles, very, very good journals and articles before we start on. I think it's very necessary because if you don't have the journals, you don't have the articles, nothing can be done. So let's start with, first, we all know this one is Google Advanced, then we have the Google Scholars. So you can use the Google Scholars and Google Advanced to get your citation, like to get your journals. Then from the journal, you are going to cite from the journal. You are going to write from the journal, then you make the citation from it. And if you don't know how to make a citation, like how to summarize a citation, you should watch my live video. I've already spoken on how to write a citation if it is more than one person or two person. And the best ways to cite is by using APA. We call it American Psychological Association. There's also an MLS also, Modern Language Association. There's also Chicago's, etc. like that. But the best way to cite a scientific essay, we call it APA. Let me show you. Let me show you this thing. I'm sorry, I'm not good at video editing. I could have show you, like I put it on the screen so that everyone can see it. But I will try my best. I will show you through my tablet and show you how it shows like. You see now, this is under my Google Scholars. So under my Google Scholars, I type acne, assuming I'm working on acne. Then I want to get a journals on acne, right? So I type acne on my Google Scholars. It brings out different journals on acne. Then from there, you will see where they write save, citation. I don't know whether we can all see it. Can we see it? I guess not. Because, okay. Let me just keep going. Once you click on it, you can get it by yourself. I'm just showing you as an example. You see, so from there, you will see where they write save, cite, cited by. So this cited by will allows you to know how many people have cited a journal. A very good journal, before you use a certain journal, you should look on how many people have cited the journals. If there are a lot of people that cite the journal, it shows that how reliable the journal is. Though sometimes, if you didn't get a lot of people that cite, it doesn't mean that the journal is not good. No, it doesn't mean that. So from here, if I click on cite, you see it's gonna pop up like 4 to 5 different ways in which I can cite it. So I will just click on APA. I will use the APA. I'm just using an example. We use APA as our citation because it's an American Psychological Association. So it's like the best way to cite your journals, and it prevents plagiarism. That's why people prefer to use APA. So after that, but Google Scholars doesn't have every journals, like not all journals you can get from Google Scholar, because I have a friend of mine that is working on Chronobacter zakasaki, and it was like she wasn't be able to get the journals from the Google Scholars. Okay, can't see it, but still want to know how to get a recent. Thank you. I will talk on it. You see here also, when you go under your Google Scholars, I'll be talking about individual sites and how you can go about. Now I'm talking on Google Scholars. I understand that if you can't see it, but once you enter your Google Scholars, just type on the topic you want to learn, like the topic you want to get a journal on. Once you type on the topic, it's going to pop up the topic. Once it pop up the journals, it's going to receive save, cite, and cited by. Then from there, you will see those that cited it. Then it also show the version, like all versions of it, like how many versions of people. Like now, this one is 13 versions. So it will show the versions of how many journals that's related to it, all versions that is related to it. Then you're just gonna click on cite. So if you want to get a recent journals, if you look at the Google Scholars, beside it, you are going to see where they write any times. You see, since 2024, since 2023, etc. like that. You are going to choose 2024. And a very good citation should be like 5 years ago. You shouldn't choose a citation that is 10 years, 15 years. No, because science is evolution. Things are changing. So you should cite basically from 5 years ago, like 2019 to 2024 is very, very good. So you can just choose since how many years you want to see it. Then it's just gonna show, like, it's going to show that year's references. Barika, I think I've answered your question. So that is going to show the year. That's what the recent journal. That's where you can get the recent journal. You choose the year that you want to see the journals from, and it's going to pop it out for you. If I choose now 24, it's just going to show me all available journals that's written that year, that 2024. Hope you all do understand. Okay, thank you very much, sir. And I'm still going to talk more on it, because now Google Scholars may not allow you to get all what is needed. Like, you may not be able to get all journals that you needed. So that's why we'll be using another website. There's another website that people doesn't know apart from Google Scholar. We call it Tanfoline. Tanfoline. T-A-N-D-O Tanfoline. T-A-N-D-F-O-N-I-L-I-N-E. Like online. You just want to write T-A-N-D-F-O-N online. O-N-I-L-E. Like Tanfoline. So Tanfoline is a very, very good website. Like very, very good website that can allow you to get a journals. So the same thing as this one, there's a space in which you can also choose the year that you want to get your journals from. Once you type Tanfoline online, tanfoline.com, it's going to pop up that page, like tailors and series. You click on it. After you click on it, it's going to pop up. Then you type your topic of interest. Then from the topic of interest, the same thing as Google Scholars, it can allows you to choose the year, how the journals is, how the articles is, and anyhow you want it to be. You can choose it from there also. Tanfoline is very, very good. I implore each and everyone to use it, even though more often than Google Scholars. And also it's scientific approved. Like, it gives you only scientific approved journals. It doesn't give you any other thing. Scientific approved journals. So apart from that full line, let's don't waste our time much, because the main thing here is for you to get a rightful journal. Once you get a rightful journal, how to write you're just gonna make a citation. You don't need to write anything by yourself. You don't need. It's more even like copy and paste. Yeah, yeah. You're just gonna write a little of your own stuff into it. But most of the thing you are going to write is cited. And if you cite something, it's not that you write it by yourself. You cited it from a journal. It means you copy it exactly that it was written in a journal. Then you cited it. Very, very simple. So after thankful line, we can also have what we call elicit. Elicit is my very, very favorite. Like I love elicit. elicit, elicit.com. This is like an AI tools. But note, it's not an AI that will help you to write this thing. No. It just helps you to fetch a recent journals, a scientific approved journals. And it's very, very approved. Thankful line will help you in get a scientific approved journals. If you click on thankful line, in elicit, if you click on elicit.com, it's going to pop up a page. Then you're going to ask anything, any topic that you want to get a journal out. Once you click on the topic, it's going to bring it out for you. And also there also you can choose the year that you want to see the journals, the year that the journal was written. And also you can make the citation the same way from this one. But there are some articles that is locked that you cannot be able to download. We call the number DOI. DOI. I think, let me check if I can see an example here. If I can see an example in which I can show you I, because the last number I asked, people are asking what is the meaning of DOI. So let me check if I can be able to get to see something here. Note, DOI is digital object identifier. Like, I have my own ID number, which is very specific to me. So DOI of a journal or an articles is a very specific number to an article that allow us to signify, like, my ID number cannot be taken by someone else. The same thing, DOI of an article cannot be taken by other articles. Like, it's very specific to it. And it helps us in downloading and get a lot of more information about the articles. We call it digital object identifier. So that one is also very important, because there are some journals that you can download in Google Scholars, you can download in Thankful Line, you can download in elicit. There are also Science Direct. Yes, Science Direct, you can also download journals. NCBI, you can also download journals from there. But the three one, if you get elicit, Thankful Line, Google Scholar, these three are very, very enough for you to get everything you needed. So after that, if you are not be able to download a single journals or an articles from each of the websites I've mentioned, you are just going to carry. There's another website we call it Science Hub, SCIHUB, SciHub. So in this SciHub, it helps us, like it devours like those articles that has been locked that you cannot be able to check on all those pages. You can type their DOI number. Once you type that DOI number, it's going to pop up. Like, you are going to be able to download it. Yet much more assured. You can be able to download it from there. So that's how different ways for you can get your journals. And when you are writing your introduction, you are going to make the citation from all the journals you have gotten. You should get different journals, like more than 10 to 15 or 20 journals. So from this journal, you're going to make a citation from each of them, or even 100 journals, as much as you can work. So to get an adequate information, if you find the latest journals, apart from latest journals, you get as many journals about the topics as much as possible. So once you have gotten it, you are just going to make a citation, read it very well, and make a citation from them. So that's all on how to get your informations, how to get journals and articles. I think we are all cleared on how we can get reliable journals and articles online. I hope so, that we have all understood. If you don't understand anything from what I've said on how you can get a journals, you can just type the message. I'm going to respond to it. Okay, thank you very much. I really do appreciate for following me back. I really do appreciate it. And everyone that is also watching, I really do appreciate you all. So after that, we have gotten on how to write this thing. So you see, like, scientific essay is more so like copy and paste. You don't need to suffer yourself. It's more like copy and paste. It's just for you to find a rightful journals, like a very, very good journals and articles. You read it and you make a citation from an individual of them. That's all for scientific essay, like how you can write your get an informations, get a journals and articles, scientific approved journals and articles, and how you can make your citation from them. So after that, we move into the introduction. I've already spoken about introduction, how you can write your introductions. The introduction composed of mainly two parts. You are just going to write your background of study. After background of study, you are going to write your general overview of the world of the problem. That's for the introduction part. Then after that, we're going to move to main body. We call it the main body in research. The main body can also be called literature review. So the literature review is where you are going to write extensively, very broad, as much as we spoke about it in the project. So the literature review is where you're going to write a very broad, about a certain topic. Like for me now, I'm going to write, I'm working on resistant or propionibacterium acne to an antibiotic treatment. First, I'm going to start with what is propionibacterium acne? What is the species of the organism? Where did the organism originate from? What's the name of the organism? Who named the organism? What's another name for the organism? Do you see? I'm going to write extensively on propionibacterium acne, what it causes, how it causes pimples. Then I'll move into what I mean by resistance, what is antibiotic treatment for acne, you see? And all those things, when I move into literature review, it's going to be another block. It's going to be 2.0. Then I'm going to write literature review. Then second one, I'm going to write maybe 2.1. I can write history of propionibacterium acne or history of acne. Or I can write into propionibacterium acne and their species. You see, that's another block. And every headline I'm making under the literature review is going to be under the same block. It's going to be 2.1. If I make another headline, it's going to be 2.2. If I make another headline, it's going to be, it's going to be 2.3, etc. like that. Depends on how many headlines you have in it. I hope you all understand. And also, this is your general review. You are going to make a citation. Also, that also need a citation. So you are going to make a citation also from it. And there is, I know people, do we all understand the difference between references and citation? Well, let me say, references and citation is like much of the same thing. But citation is like, it helps a researchers to know where you got the information from before they even come to the back page, like before they come to the references, where you write your references. So the citation there, you're just going to write the name or two names of a person, two names of someone that did the journals and their year. But the reference is going to write their, like in full name. Citation, you are going to summarize it. Maybe if it is one person, you're going to write the person's name only together with the year. If it is two persons, you're going to write two persons only together with the year. But if like 3 to 4, you're just going to write only 2 persons with et al. And their year. That's all. That's all. But for the references, we are going to write it in full. All those we have cited, the references, we are going to write them in full. That's the difference between citation and references. They are more like the same thing, but like citation is just like a summary, like very, very small stuff. Then the references is just like you are going to write in a broad. So after that, you are going to write your literature review. Literature review, you're just going to write extensively on what you are talking about. Extensively, I hope you do understand. And we are being given a criteria that it has to be up to 30 pages. Like 30 pages. And I think it's not that much. It's something we can get. 30 pages is not that much for a scientific essay. But scientific essay, sometimes scientific essay that has a bigger, like that has more, like more words on it, you can write your table of content. But this one is 30 pages. You don't need to write any table of content. You don't need certification. You don't need any acknowledgements, nothing like that. Just gonna write your title page. From your title page, you move into your introduction. From your introduction, you move into your main body, which is your literature review. Then from your literature review, you are going to write extensively on the topic you have been discussed on. So after you write on your literature review, then you move into conclusion. You don't need any recommendation from here. You don't need anything. You move into conclusion. Conclusion is just a body part of a research essay that tells you like the outcome of what you have learned, like in a very summary, what you concluded in it, like a very summary of what you did, and your conclusion on it, that maybe now I just say that majorly is not groundnut. We all believe groundnut is the causative agent on papers. Then I said, for my conclusion of research, like my conclusion, like groundnut or mealy oil is not the main causative agent of causing pimples. Rather, it depends on what, on the hormonal secretion, the level of what, of fat, and what, and it's not even deal about your hygienic, how clean you are. No matter how clean you are, some people get pimples. Like my conclusion is just going to be a recap of what I've gotten throughout my research on the essay. I hope you do understand. If you understand and you're enjoying what I'm saying, just drop a comment or emoji or anything. Just drop it if you are with me. So after that, we have spoken on it. Our conclusion is just a recaps on what we are talking about. You understand? Conclusion part. I think we all know what they mean by conclusion. Conclusion is just that we concluded on all this, and it's not going to be more than a page safe or half a page. That's all for your conclusion. Thank you so much, sir, for reacting. I think you are very, very much with me. Like, I really do appreciate it. So after after you make your conclusion, then it comes the references. Then the references is just like all what you have cited right from the beginning, just gonna write them in full. Like sometimes references even takes like 3 to 4 pages, 3 to 4 whooping pages, like very, very much. So you're just gonna write it in full. And I'm trying my best. I'm so sorry for those that asked for the format for the scientific essay. I'm trying my best, but there's no light. You could see, like, we don't used to have light in school. So I will try my best and get it, my system charged, and I will get it done for you. So I think that's all for scientific essay. Let me make a little recap. Our title page, from our title page introduction, from our introduction, the main context, which is what? The literature review. From our literature review, conclusion. Then from our conclusion, we are going to move into what? Into references. That's all. I think we all agree that it's very simple. Is it not so? Please reply me. Is it not very simple? Like very, very simple. Your title page, your introduction, your literature review, and also conclusion and references. That's all we need to do. That's all. Yes, thank you very much. It's very, very simple. It's just for you to get the right journals, right articles, and you get the work done. If you are smart enough, you can do it in 3 days, even though in a day. Like, it's something you can do. As far as the journals is there, the articles is there, you're just going to make a citation. Okay, thank you for responding. And thank you all. So that's all for today. I think if you have any question before I go, I can quickly respond. So, and if you are not be able to respond now, you can send a message to the group, the general group. I'm going to respond to everyone. Thank you all. Keep subscribing to my page. If you never subscribe to my page, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, comment, and share. Thank you all. And very soon, we are going to have another live stream in which I will be talking on how to go about from chapter 1 to chapter 3. And now I think I've spoken on how to get a journals and articles or everything else. Thank you all, and thank all of you for being here. I really do appreciate it. Okay, do we have to like form a table content for all we are going to explain, especially in literature review? No, sir. Like, table of content is not really necessary for a scientific essay, unless if your own scientific essay reaches like 40 pages or 50 pages. You understand what I mean? Like, it's very, very much. Yes, it's very necessary for you to make a table of content. But if your scientific essay is not more than 30 to 35 pages or more, so you don't need any table of content. You don't need it at all. Table of content is written when your scientific essay is kind of very, very much. Very, very much. You don't need to write a table of content. And also, I forgot one thing. If you are seeing, when you are making a literature review, you are going to make, like, if there is a table or a figure. I hope you know how to name that. If it is table, you are just going to write table 1 together with the title of the table. On top, we understand, like, if I make a table about something of my research, I'm going to write table 1, my first table, table 1. Then I'm going to write the headline of the top table on top of the table. But if it is figure means a diagrammatic representation of something. It can be pictures, it can be drawings or anything that diagrammatically presents something. You are going to make it in figure. You're just going to write FIG, fig 1, then column, then you are going to write the title of that pictures. Hope you do understand. That's how to go on tables and figures. Do we all understand? And is there any other questions? I think if there is no other question, thank you all for joining my live. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and shares. And also, inshallah, within the end of this week, we are going to talk on how to write a scientific project from chapter 1 to chapter 3. I think we are done with the introduction part. Bye. Thank you all. Let me end the live. All right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you too. Goodbye. Till next day.